from Biafrans Got Talent. We are letting Biafrans know the reason why we should remember those who gave their lives for us, those who died, that we may live.
You died to end my suffering. You died fighting for my freedom. Your blood is the seed of redemption. You are my inspiration.
The deed no longer them, military shots at them. 67 to 70, we remember them. 2016, 38 May, memory still lives in our mind till today. Wonder why they refuse to publicize the genocide. The world media turn blind eyes to our plight. It's time to arise, land of the rising sun. Let's rise one more time, let's rise.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Tell them I touched me, oh. Remember when me tell you say I touched me, oh. Yeah, I remember that one that called us a Bruce Mero. But the way you go like a Papa Nuku. Oh, them they were born hero. Me tell you what I look pandi, what pandi Samiro. Me tell you what I day. For we just fall under us, man. I tell you what I do. Me never give up. Me tell them
heroes, I want to promise you something today. We must fight together, no retreat and no surrender. We must hold them down till the end of time. The most important thing is that we will restore Biafran. May your soul rest in peace.
And I look up to the sky with tears in my eye. For other Biafrans, if for freedom had to die, we will never forget you as the days go by. You are always in my heart, forever be apart.
They fought for our freedom, they died for our freedom. They fought the Nigerian soldiers in the war front, without food, without guns, for our freedom, for our life, for our own good, for our children. We love them, our heroes, we want them.
My heart bleeds when I saw them slain. Where will I be now if not them? They will remain indelible in my heart forever, 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 and ever, and ever, and ever.
We serve in your plantation, and the way you paid us back with your bloody starvation. We play in our history that the death of my people is a mystery. No going back to get to a victory. I had a voice now call for vengeance. I never get bombed, I'ma blow like a vengeance.
Yo, we will never forget our fallen heroes. Those who gave their life for us. Onitsha massacre, Ipocha massacre, Aba massacre. We remember you. Alright.
Where will I be now if not you? You died at Mali.
They were starved to death because of our freedom, and they paid the debt for our freedom. Flag high for those that died in the genocide, fighting for you and I. There is pain in the heart, we bleeding inside, tears in the eyes, so I'm falling here.
This is for my fallen heroes. Give them a motivation, people. It's like I'm looking at myself in the mirror. Cause to be a cast, I need to be a nurse. If we did not retire,
They pay the ultimate price. Yeah. They die for me, for the freedom of my unborn child. Yeah. We live for the legacy.
Yo,
never be afraid. March on, cause we are more than conquerors. Yeah, you know what it is. We must revenge, and we must stand to represent who we are.
Biafrans reject the global conspiracy against the Biafran people. At this moment, we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand the immediate release, the unconditional release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. It doesn't matter how they try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent, watching the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of his own people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent lives that are being wasted away. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Na tulaje bwana mwabuli vemelem kuja Otibe kuena tulane bovo Timalugo no nugodo kokodo nyano be hule Nani mona tulilu Na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali Kama abulezi okwenu Na baka la keluego nezi enwe Nubote akala keluego nudezi Baka na baba nenu waralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lila tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu bana tayi Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu ubanyo Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata milake kwa wacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be wero tamano Mobia fla kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu ubanyo Makano fobi abakama Nana nugo noe Biafran abekele ununina Nkabo nkanyi Mwadati na ijele wanyi biakeneli Akwage bulu kwekene na fando to Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion God in a water cheers a moon or be born you Wesley I can argue I don't know what you quote Ikemba one of Biafra land in Mongwem. I don't want to Kalaya Diko. My phone the motor, the dear baby, the beach, and the Mongwem. Abuzikwa odogwu eji mala Igbo niile. Odogwu eji mala Biafran ya. Odumegwu Chukwu. Papa gị si ekene logi Philip Effiong. Abuzikwa nwoke kwuru okwu wee kwụsị okwu si na Biafra ya ekunye. Na ya bụ Biafra ya tụrụ ugo wee nata. Mana bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekuigo. N'ọkụ ọgụlị nwata n'aka na ele. Ọba gị si ekene lego onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Amadike Biafra kede ebe ebe. Amadike Biafra bịa n'ụlọ.
She has no jurisdiction to try me. None whatsoever. I came out of
Ọba gị bụ ofu onye tiri ndị ilo mgbada nwụrụ ahụ n'isi.
accused from my case and cannot try my case.
Amadike.
There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not
Amadike bụ
know.
mmanwụ ndị
It is
ilo.
my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you.
Emekene gị na.
Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I
N'isi
sent a
ekene
petition to
ekene logi
NJC
Biafra COS Dr. Ngozi Ọrabueze Ebiakene Leo.
is using
Abuzikwa
her
oke nwanyị gị
position
ka
for
mụ na akpọ
personal gain.
n'ama.
For personal gain.
Ada Biafra n'ịtọtọ.
Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges.
Ezi na-eme obi ụmụ ya bịa ngwa ngwa
They
o.
told them. They
Nwoke
told
dị
them
na nwaanyị bịa n'ụlọ
that if they complete
unu.
me, this is what happens.
Isi ike n'ụmụ Biafra kwụ gị n'azụ.
Nobody wants to do to
Maka na akwụdola eze ochie n'ụwa ịmalụgo enu.
That's the problem.
Na gidigidi bụ ugwu eze ọma bụrụ eziokwu.
They sent her to my case.
Akwa gị si ike ekenelu gị ndị Biafra gọọmenti niile. Ndị nọ na exile cabinet bịa n'ụlọ unu mwe. Ọnụ ekene unu o, jisinu ike nu. Na Chukwu na ndị a na ya agba unu ube. Maka na onye sụrụ ọbịa ya atọ ka ịmalụgo enu oyi. Jisienu ike. Ekenele m ndị Biafra Liberation Army ụmụ Chukwu. The angels of Biafra land Ebiakene Leo. The great oracles of Biafra na n'unu. Ọnụ ekene unu n'ama. Na n'unu jisi ike n'ọrụ. Na Chukwu ya gba unu ume. Ụmụ Chukwu. Ụmụ Chukwu enu. Asị ekene ya the Prime Minister H.E. Mazi Simon Weba. Abuzikwa agbata obi yo. Otu adịrị ụmụ Biafra bịa n'ụlọ n'ụlọ. Anụ nganga mpi otembe wile n'ame. Mmiri na-adị ugwu bịa o. Kudu akọ mmiri na-akwa n'olu. Mmụọ na-akpọ akpụ bịa keleli o. Ọdọgịrị dị m. Ose fụrụ ndị ilo bịa n'ụlọ n'uwe. Makwale n'aka ụsa dị mma n'anya. Mgbe eji mụ agụ ka onye ilo si n'ọdịrọ nkasị onye ilo ya tinye isi onye ilo wee walasọ. Abuzikwa nwa agbata obi ihe. Ọgada gidi dike bịa n'ụlọ. Mgbe eji ekwela n'ihe bịa. Onyinye Chukwu nyere ndị Biafra na n'ụlọ. N'ụlọ ekele gị. Asị m na ya adịrị ndị Biafra niile na mma o. Asị na ya adịrị unu niile na mma. Ma ndị anyị na-akpọrọ nwa elu wutere anyị wee rie nne. Ma
nwanne na-akpọ na n'udo n'onwe maka na mgbe na-abọ ka ekwe na-agbọ dike ọgbọ ya na ndụ ọgbọ ya n'ọnwụ n'obi ife onye edebeli na-edere n'ụwa ma abụlụ ife emeleme a good legacy will last forever ma abụlụ ife emeleme and the remembrance of ma abụlụ eziokwu.
Language of heaven, the very oldest language on the face of this very earth. Chukwu okike abịa mapụrụ m ihe niile, Chineke na onye ndị nsọ na-efe wee na-akpụ isi ala nye onye anyị na-agọzi aha nsọ ya mgbe niile, onye anyị na-aja mma wee na-eto anyị enweghị iche ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị anaghị efe arụsị, ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana onweghị onye kere ya. Ọ bụ ya mere ndị Igbo ji wee na-etu gị ebighị ebi. Ndị nsọ na-agba oche eze gị okirikiri ha na-akpụ isi ala nye gị, ọbụladị ndị okenye oru 2 na 4 bụ ndị na-atụ mkpọ ọla edo na ala ha niile si na-ede nsọ Chineke nna nke igwe. N'ụtụtụ a, ehihie, abalị, n'ụwa niile bụ ebe ụmụ gị gbasasịrị ka ụkpaka nna nke berede ngọzi ka anyị na-akpọkọta ha eze ebube onye ime eluigwe wee na-arịọ gị ma mma gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ ka iru gị wee chaa n'ebe anyị nọ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ezi ebube dị ngọzi ka iwe tinye ọgbaghara n'etiti ndị iro ka ha rabụ ndị kụziri ka ha wee megide anyị onye nwe m na Chineke nna dị nsọ ka aka nsị ndị dị etu a wee baa ha ọnụ ije obodo ekwensu bụ zuu wee laa ya n'iyi. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị onye na-adịgide ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, biko nụ ka iwe mee ka Biafra wee bịa ọsọ ọsọ nna nke bịara na ụmụ gị atakwala n'ahụhụ. Anyị wee na-arịọ gị ka iwe na anyị ezi echiche na amamihe mmekọrịta nwanne na nwanne ịdị n'otu ọganiru ịhụnanya nke pụrụ iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ka i wee tinye ụmụ gị ezi mmụọ nke eziokwu ma wezuga anyị aka ajọ ihe n'ime ndụ anyị nna nke bred ngọzi ka ọ ga-abụ ikpeta maazị na Biafra ga-abịa anyị ga-aja gị mma wee too gị wee gọzie aha nsọ gị kpụ isi ala nye gị bulie aha nsọ gị elu site n'ebighị ebi mara n'ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị ise ise ise. This very morning, all of you, I believe that those who are watching know who we are and why we do what we do. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over this very planet Earth, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, Chukwu Kikabia Mapurumi Henine, servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. We are live and we are direct this very morning, afternoon, or night, depending on where you are. And we start this very day by making it abundantly clear that the greatest enemy of a black man is the way that we reason. If not that the way we reason is very, very abhorrent, there is no need or reason why we should be suffering and complaining every blessed day without the courage to do something about it.
And I said before I speak to them, I also give my conditions, which I know they couldn't meet. It's not possible for them to meet it. And I did it deliberately, because I don't want to speak to them. They sent Torjus Okaro to come to me, first to my parents. My father said no, my mother said no, that where I stand is where they stand, in life or in death. And they came to prison. I was even from DSS dungeon. The promises came. The vice president, anything you want. You have a very beautiful wife. You better go and enjoy her than being in prison. Wow. Anything you want. And I said no. That what I want is a referendum to determine if you good people want to be part of the zoo or part of Nigeria, or part of Biafra. Choose one, zoo or Biafra. They said no. And Sibaja tried to make contact. When I came out, I don't know if I've told this story before actually. And Ohaneze hijacked it. I went to see Niawoda in his house. We sat down, had lunch together. And I told him what my conditions were to lift the boycott in Anambra State, which they couldn't meet. And I said to Nwodo very simply, go to Abuja and tell these people that these are what our people are asking for. I said to him, go and bring us something. Not for me, for everybody. He went there and started negotiating for a ministerial position for one of the children. I'm telling you, one of them is fact, ask him. Somebody asked him, but you people are being called to Aso Rock because of Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't you tell him that you're going to Aso Rock? He said it is for Igbo leaders. And once the powers that be knew that he hadn't IPOB support, they just gave them 5 million naira for transport and dismissed them. Hadn't Nyawodo remained with me, when the governors called me, I told them the same thing in front of Professor Ben Wabese. They said, oh, but Nwodo, Soludo, Bremad is upstairs. Do I want them to come? I said, no. Government House Enugu. The former DSS director came with his bags of money in euros, in white sacks to bribe. Ask anybody working in Government House in Enugu. I said, no, I don't want to see them. Not because I want to be the only cock crowing, no. Because of consistency. Can you last? When you're tempted, are you going to succumb? Can you sustain this very effort we're making? So they have come. And I gave them my conditions which they can never meet. Open Warri Seaport, open Iguacha Seaport, open Calabar Seaport. Make Enugu an international airport where we can fly to US and come in at will. Build Iguacha Enugu Onitsha Enugu Express Road. Complete second Niger Bridge. Are these things difficult?
No.
As I'm telling you this, go and ask them in Aso Rock if your friends there. They have the piece of paper I gave to them. They ran away. Because some Igbo men were busy gossiping, saying if you allow him, when he finishes fighting Nigeria, he will come here and fight us and kill all of us. That's what they said. And you know one other thing they said? They told every Igbo billionaire around the world that nobody should give me one dime. Ask them that if you give Nnamdi Kanu money, he will go and buy weapons. That nobody should give me anything. I'm going to hear in Agabiga, you won't believe it. That we are here is by the grace of Elohim, not by any of our strength, to be honest with you. Any day we are serious, the world will know. How do you want Canada to regard the Biafran referendum or even USA? The people that the ambassador knows are the governors, or maybe Hanese. Did you people not hear that British government went to Biafra land when I was in prison? Oh my goodness. The British High Commissioner was touring everywhere. When they wanted to kill me, went to Obi of Onitsha and asked him, what do we do to Nnamdi Kanu? That one said you can kill him if you want. They went to Accusations. Accusations told them you can never touch him. If you touch him, this person will burn. How many times has the US government been to Enugu? They go to Ohaneze. I saw, I don't want to say it. They went to Ohaneze and the governor, they asked them, what do you want? Oh, leave those rascals, leave them. Miscreants. We want restructuring. What they're asking for is untenable. But the same man said if there is no restructuring, they'll join IPOB to do Biafra, isn't it? Did he complete what he said? No. Is he doing what he said he's going to do? No. And you want me to work with these people? It's not going to work. I say, everything I do, I say it in the open. Not gossip. And those that spoke to Uche, I am going to Chicago to broadcast live to the whole world and tell them they're in trouble. I've told them Every dime they contributed to IPOB will be announced for the world to hear. Tell them there will be no hiding place for gossipers, in as much as I'm concerned, because I know what I have committed to this very movement. Not that I'll become Biafra president, no, so that I can take Nnamdi and Nnamdi back to the land of his ancestors. So it's that same land that Chukwukabiyama said, you people must be here. And then my badge, I'm Mariano. I'm fighting for Biafra that we may be free. Thank you.
Is the question. Why is it that the Europeans are afraid of other countries within Africa, may follow up the breakup of Nigeria, and they would want to break up and form their own country? I want you people to ask yourself, why are they thinking like this? Because I have come across a lot of arguments where somebody will say, okay, they want to maintain Nigeria so that, because they are afraid. According to them, during the 1967-1970 Biafra, the issue was that if Biafra, succeeded in breaking away from Nigeria, other African countries will want to follow suit. Now, I ask again, why are they afraid of that? My people, it is not about natural resources. Some people say they are afraid to lose natural resources. It is not afraid to lose natural resources. No. Of course, business is part of it. Business is part of it, which natural resources is also one of the factors. But this is not the issue. The issue here is not about the natural resources. Because anyhow, they are still going to have access to these natural resources. Somehow, they are going to have access to it. But it is not about natural resources. Well, so when natural resources is one compelling factor, but we should go beyond natural resources. It is time we begin to think beyond natural resources. It is not about natural resources. They are afraid of the economic power that will come from Africa when Africa divide along tribal line. Because, you see, they know, they are afraid for you to know what they know. So it is not about natural resources. If you are thinking that it is because of natural resources, my brother, somehow you are right, but you are not right completely. You are getting the main point very wrong. The point here is that they are afraid of you adopting the system that made them what they are today. And what is that system? Dividing your country along tribal line. And that is what we want to do. That is exactly the brain we want to bring to Biafra. We want to bring Biafra, and Biafra will be divided along tribal line. That Efik, Ijo, Ichekiri, all these people will be the confederated state of Biafra. You are going to have your own government, your own autonomy, make decision, control your natural resources. If you have 1 trillion ton of whatever you have in your land, you control it. And we are going to have the central government. And it is going to be joint military. The military is going to be like a NATO. If anybody is attacked, the entire Biafra will come. So we are going to have one common defense system. One common defense system. You see, just like this Europe is a little bit different. Europe is, they have countries and all that. And within this country of Europe, there are countries that have autonomy, that have also autonomy within their own countries. Believe me, this is what they don't want us to do. This is what they don't want you to do. The Europeans discover that when they are together as one bunch people with different background, different culture, different language, different understanding, different thinking, things were not working. Things were not working. From 1940, 1930s, 1950s, 1960s, when these countries in Europe were still in one big for nothing country, there were no progress. In fact, do you know that, let me tell you, when they tell you that in Nigeria, in a Benin or so, or is it in Ibadan or so, they have television before Switzerland. They had television, TV in Nigeria or in Yoruba land. Yoruba land, they have TV before Switzerland. Do you know why? Do you know why Yoruba were able to have television before some countries in Europe? Because that time the economy was divided along tribal line. You have, they call it region. They call it regional government. They call it region. It is not region. It was divided along tribal line. And the tribe were allowed to develop and govern themselves. And also, we were told that during that time, Oduduwa, Yoruba have their embassies, their consulate, even in the United Kingdom. And according to them, they even had their own passport. Oduduwa you see today, Yoruba people you see today, had their own passport.
Nigeria is the terrorist, not we, not Biafran. So Finland, you need to get that clear first. You need to know who is committing the act of terrorism. As of today, the Nigerian state, headed by Tinubu and Christopher Musa, continues to unleash act of terrorism against innocent Biafrans. They killed 4 innocent children today in Biafran land, Finland. That is terrorism. Right there. That is terrorism. If you do not know what terrorism means, Nigeria is a terrorist state. So when Finland neglects the terrorist state of Nigeria and labels innocent Biafrans a terrorist group, who told Finland that indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, who told Finland that we are terrorists? Who gave that labeling? Because they said it. So is it Nigerian terrorist states, Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Bianca Ojukwu that reported, Tinubu that reported to you, Finland, that we, IPOB, that we are terrorists? Then you believe them, right? You believed the lies perpetuated by the Nigerian state because you want to enjoy economic gain from Nigeria. You want to milk that oil that comes from Biafra land. And based on that, you've joined the terrorist state of Defense Chief Christopher Musa of Nigeria to label Biafrans as terrorists, right? We are waiting for the indictments that you, Finland, is going to come up with. Biafra, we are a sovereign nation, and we are waiting for that. We are waiting to see how this game will end between Finland, Nigeria, and the United States of Biafra. According to the Finland Criminal Police Bureau Department, they went on this nationwide investigation, both in Nigeria and everywhere. I don't even know, everywhere, possibly America. I believe they told the American government that I am a terrorist, and they needed that investigation. But guess what? America told Finland to go to hell.
Yes.
America told Finland to go to hell. You have no clue what you are talking about. How can you leave the Nigerian terrorist state, President Tinubu, that is the real terrorist, and you are trying to label people like us as terrorists? They tried. I'm telling you, Finland approached America, but they failed woefully. Woefully, because America is a country that is built on the rights of the citizens. They know what being independent means. They know what self-determination means. They know what self-defense means. So when Finland came with that globalist agenda, they are operating in Europe with Netherlands, with Norway. America told them to go to hell. That is why they could not proceed with their lives, with their fake investigation in America. But did they try? Yes, they did. Did they inform American FBI? Yes, they did. I know they did.
Oh, sorry. I was muted. Sorry. Sometimes this is just, sometimes it just get me carried away, and I don't know I was muted all this while. So sorry about that. I hope you can hear me now. Those who are watching on TikTok and Facebook, they were hearing me, but on YouTube, I didn't know that I was muted. My voice was not coming out. So I appreciate everyone that have joined me. Those who are connected to this program this morning, thank you so much for being part of the program. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect everyone that has connected. Some of us are very impatient. Once they lost the voice, instead of reminding me or commenting, they will just walk away. So when I see people were exiting, I didn't know why they were exiting until when I saw that very message about the voice. It's not the best way. Once you are in a program and the voice is lost, you need to call the attention of the presenter. Most times, we have to switch over off our own voice, mute our own voice to avoid noise or to avoid distraction from calls. That is why we mute whenever we are playing programs. Sometimes, as human, you forget certain things, and you need people to call your attention. So, when you are in a program and such a thing happens, all you need to do is to call the attention of the presenter through the comment section. That is why the comment section is there. You don't have to walk away. All you need to do is to call the attention of the presenter so that he can be able to correct the problem. That is how it's supposed to be. But most time here, once you lose your voice, you see people exiting the channel. They will exit from the program. And what does that show? That shows that from the onset that those are not the true members of the family. Because the true members of the family will always be there. Even if there is a mistake, they will always be there until it's being corrected. That is why we're here, to guide, protect, and direct each other, and make sure that we reach out to people who need to hear us. So once again, I welcome my beloved sister, Linda TV Show. I can see you there, Linda. Thank you so much, my beloved sister, for your immense support. If you're not following the platform, please follow the platform of Linda TV Show. She is a formidable member of the family, passing messages of Biafra across the world all the time. I welcome my beloved sister Juliana Obi, a member of the family. Thank you so much for joining, Juliana. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being around. Ugochukwu Chimezie, thank you so much, Ugochukwu, member of the family. You are always here. I appreciate you. Thank you for being part of the program. OC Inc., thank you so much, OC Inc. You are always here with me. A member of the family, I appreciate you. Steve Eze, thank you so much, Steve Eze. I appreciate you. These are the formidable Biafran. They don't shake. When there is a mistake, they help to correct it and call my attention. I appreciate you, Steve Eze. Thank you so much for that notification you sent to me. Mwafo Onyekachi Daniel. Thank you so much, Mwafo Onyekachi Daniel. These are members of the family. You identify the families by their actions, by their behavior. You know that these are members of the family. There are people who are passerby. They pass by and they join us. We know the people who are passing, they join us. We know them. But those who are part of the family, they rectify fault. When they see a fault, they call your attention. When they have a contribution, they make. When they have information, they pass. That is how to name members of the family. One for Onyekachi Daniels, you are a member of the family. OC Inc., a strong member of the family. Thank you so much, OC Inc. I appreciate you. You're always here. Ephraim Wafo, a member of the family. These are Biafrans. These are Biafrans. Thank you so much, Ephraim Wafo. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You are part of the family. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that have joined on this very platform today. Thank you so much for being part of the program. I appreciate every one of you. Wherever you are watching from, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of you that have joined the group. Gerard Dike, thank you so much for joining. Gerard Dike, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being part of the program. James Chigozie, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect all of us. For those who are joining us for the very first time, or those who are going to come across our video for the very first time, this platform where you're watching the program is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, today under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. That is where we stand, that is where we are, and that is the way to go. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here for saga, propaganda, or blackmail. We do not come here to speak against any race or religion. All we do here is to present Biafra to the whole world, to demand for our freedom and to support humanity. That is what we do in this platform. Tina Oji, I welcome you, my beloved sister Tina. So that is what we do. It doesn't matter your orientation, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your race or your tribe. As long as you are genuinely seeking for freedom, we are here for you, and we are going to go along with you, and you are going to enjoy your stay with us. We are presenting Biafra to the world. That is the most important reason of being here. And to debunk the lies they have told against us. A lot of lies have been told against the Biafran people, against our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and against our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze. In this platform, we debunk those lies. We set the record straight, and we give people the opportunity to ask us questions. If you have a contrary opinion, you are entitled to your opinion, and you are free to share with us if you so desire. If you have a superior argument, bring it on. That is why we are here, to engage you and set the record straight. The only thing that qualifies you to join us on our program is for you to be a human being. As long as you are a human being with conscience and blood flowing in you, feel free to use the comment section. There is a link you're going to see there. Click on that link and you will be in the program, and you can be able to make your own contributions. You are entitled to your opinion. We are not here to gag you. You have the right to express yourself the way you want, but all we are asking is that when you are appearing on our platform, you must try as much as possible to appear in a decent manner. You must appear in a decent manner. That is one thing you must do for us. We cannot admit you into the platform wearing your singlet or carrying your bare body naked into the platform. We will not admit you. The next thing we request from you is that when you are coming into the program, try as much as possible to speak in a civil manner, because the whole world is watching us. The whole world is watching us. The members of the cabinet are with us in this platform. The Secretary of Information is constantly following us on this platform. Our Deputy Prime Minister is observing this platform. And I bet you every information you pass here will go a very long way to make a difference. If it is something that needs to be implemented immediately, it will be done. If something is trying to bring to the notice of the governments, do so, it will be acknowledged. So I urge everyone that is here today to please join us on today's program and make your contribution so that we can be able to reach out to all the part of the world and set the record straight, because it is you and I that will tell our stories. The enemies have told our stories for a very long time. They continue to tell our stories, and we will not allow them to tell our stories. We have to take charge of our stories and tell it the way it should be. That is what we have to do as Biafrans, and we will continue to do so. So wherever you are watching this program from, I welcome you, I appreciate you, and I thank you for being part of the program. Before we go into the topic of today and enter into the full discussion, I will first of all take you through some important information that we have, important programs that we have ahead of time. There is no time. Today is 23, and we have few days to our Heroes' Day, few days to the opening of our embassy in Washington, D.C., few days to the Peace Summit of Biafra, which is going to be held on the 30th. Few days. So preparations are ongoing, and we have to remind you about these important programs. Let's go.
No fear for our land. We go stand together. Fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose, an occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political view. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
Face many things, we don't fall. Them took Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them country still they strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land. From night.
Okay, well, go along, okay, well, go along, okay, well, go along, na mo. Okay, well, go along, la mo no na mewe. Imanolo mweje metadike no la o. Manolo mweje metadike no la. Okay, well, akwa kama babazie. Akana na me okay, kwe kwa no boda ngaba ti jubonye na kwe nife kwe kwa akulu no na leu. Igbo moloza mwazo great Biafrans onya bune otego kwe tiketi yewu. Maka the first ever inauguration of United States of Biafra USB Embassy na Washington DC office USA oma abuli femeleme. No bia kabase mo kan kololo budo kabano na tiu na nugo numwe. Nke abu na 30th May 2025. Mosi abu kanya be inauguration ya akudo. Igbo bibo ya bụ na gbagwa mbọ gị sonye n'ime ewu oyi. Ịnọlụ na USA gba mbọ gị sonye. Maka anya bụ mmemme ya abụkwa ife ncheta ọma abụla eziokwu oyi. Na anya bụ 30th May 2025 bụ mbọsị dị asọ. Mbọsị ya na-akwanyere ugwu ọma abụla eziokwu oyi. Na ya bụkwa 30th May 2025. Bụkwa mbọsị eji echete Biafran heroes and heroes ọma bụlụ ife mere eme. Nyaka nji kwuo na ya bụ mbọsị dị asọ. Na ya bụ mbọsị bụkwa the first ever Biafran Peace Summit ọma bụlụ ife mere eme. Udo ya achị o ka mụ na-ekwu oyi. Kedu mụ ti n'onu n'ozi ọma nwanne ezisalụ n'ụta atabọdị na nwata chi eze amụrụ n'obi nke Biafra is our home and the Biafra is our religion. N'ọbịa sị mụ ka nsi salụ nụ ya bụ ozi ọma. Maka na ezu ụka eli ude na-atọtuo ngịga. Maka na fa na-agba ọra mmụọ na ọra mmadụ na ya bụ nnekwute mmemme. Maka na ọba aka nne kweta mmiri aka ebe akwajesi enyi ga aka ezu Baịbụl bụ welu ụta mmanụ ewu. Nke ndị kwadoro ya bụ mmemme bụ GME aka choosing bịa n'ụlọ ụlọ m kenele. Mmadụ dị ka Mazi Ebenize Ebele Chukwu na m kenele gị. Nwadati na ijele nwanyị na m kenele na anụ olu m oyi. Asị mụ na ojisi ike na ọya dị n'ụlọ na mma ewu. Ife eme n'ụlọ manye eme na mmanwụ. Igbo n'ụlọ olu m ewu.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is a very, very memorable occasion that is coming on the 30th of this month. 30th of this month. We have about 7 days more to go. About 7 days more to go. So wherever you are in the United States, you must be in Washington, D.C. It's a very memorable occasion. Once in a lifetime, the opening of our headquarters. The opening of the Embassy of the United States of Biafra in Washington, D.C., the capital of the world. Washington, D.C. is where everything is happening, where every countries of the world have their headquarters. That is where decision makers meet. That is where those who are holding us captive meet. And that is where we want to go and meet them. We want to be at the top where things are happening. It is no longer the time when we sit only on our computer and speak. It is not only the time when we go to the street and protest. It is no longer the time when we just talk by the side. We are being on the top and the front line. That is where we are today. In this era, under the command of our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebweze, it is forward ever and backward never. As you know, Biafra is stage by stage. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, laid the foundation, and he took us from evangelism, brought us into the new dimension. Where Mazi Simon Eber took us in the new dimension, gave us the structure, and led us into the United States of Biafra. And today, inside the United States of Biafra, led by Deputy Prime Minister Dr. Musa Raboze, we are going to Washington, D.C. to discuss in a place where the whole world will be seated and they will listen. You can no longer hide the case of Biafra. The Biafra we are talking about today is not like what we are hearing before. It is a different ball game now. So please, on that 30th, we are going to stream the program live. For those of us who cannot be able to go to the United States or to attend the program, you are going to watch it live. We will stream it live on our programs. And there is already a Zoom. For some of us to join the Zoom, from the Zoom, you can be able to join and connect what is happening. The link is going to be out as soon as possible. You can join through the Zoom, or you can watch, because we will stream it live. You will follow up everything that happens on the 30th. Mark it on your calendar. 30th. Mark it on your calendar. 30th. The program will commence, and we will watch it across the whole world. It is a very important program. A peace summit, a time that Biafrans have to gather together, keep their differences aside, keep all their grudges aside, is a day that every one of us unite together to remember our heroes. A remarkable day. No matter how angry or how dissatisfied you are with your neighbor or your brothers or sister, that day you keep it aside. We respect our heroes, people who have fought for us to be alive today. It is a peace summit, and the whole Biafrans in the United States are going to meet in Washington, D.C. for this very occasion. It will also be observed in Biafra land with a sit at home. That day is a total lockdown. It's a total lockdown. It is not negotiable. It's a total lockdown in Biafra land. So if you're in Biafra land, prepare yourself for the 30th. This one is a total lockdown. It is not negotiable. We know that our enemies are always trying to come in and disrupt. For your own sake, the spirit of Biafra will be moving that day. For your own sake, don't allow the enemies to use you as a blackmail. Those who have made themselves available and they were used for blackmail, they have gone and they've gone in vain. If you allow them to use it for blackmail, they will tell you to come out. Already, you see them blackmailing the sit at home. Some of them already calling the death of the Biafrans for the sit at home. And some of them are trying to change it to call it Igbo Day celebration. There is nothing like Igbo Day celebration on 30th. There is nothing like that. We do not have anything like Igbo Day celebration on 30th. No, what we have is Biafran Heroes Day Remembrance. Biafran Heroes Day Remembrance Day. There is nothing like Igbo Heroes Remembrance or whatever. That is not what we don't know anything about that. There is nothing like that. The only thing we know and we have is Biafran Heroes Day Remembrance. 30th May. Every 30th May is a total lockdown. We sit at home and we reflect back where we have come from, and we give respect to those who have given their life for us. We pray for them. We appreciate them. We organize programs and summits. As you can see, what is happening on Washington, D.C. that day is going to be marvelous. In Biafra land is a total lockdown. And our Liberation Army are going to be doing their own part on that day to observe the Heroes Day. Don't forget that. Mark it on your calendar. 30th May, total lockdown in Biafra land. And wherever you are on the planet Earth, you must remember that very day. Observe it. You can take off from your work for that 30th to be with your family and think about the situation of Biafra. Memorize about the things that are happening to us. It's a very special day. And we must honor our heroes. My fellow Biafran that are watching wherever you are watching from, today we have come. And the topic we want to discuss today says, happening now, the aftermath of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu court outing, his outstanding defense, applauded. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared in court yesterday, as we all know. Remember, the judge has promised to end the case as quick and as fast as he can. The judge has promised to end the case as fast as possible, and he's trying to do that. Yesterday was promised that they're going to end it, but from every indication, the prosecution counsel of the government are prolonging the case. The people that are making the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be prolonged is the prosecution counsel. Remember yesterday, the cross-examination was supposed to be completed yesterday by the defense team of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. But when the defense team called on the second witness for cross-examination, the prosecution counsel said that he is not ready. They said they are not ready yet. Give them time. And this is what we have been seeing, delay, one delay or the other. And the judge have given them 6 days. Only 6 days. Within 6 days, they should provide every single witness that they have, no matter how many they are. They should make sure they provide them within 6 days. Within the next 6 days, they must make sure that every witness they have is provided. If they fail to provide their witnesses, their case will be thrown out and concluded. That is what the judge said. And the defense team will continue their cross-examination, I think on the 29th or so. They will continue to conclude. So wherever you are, we must continue to keep our hand tight. But yesterday was amazing. I gave the briefing of what transpired in the court day before yesterday and what transpired yesterday. The outing was great. And as always, the Zoological Republic went back with disgrace. The joy I have in that case is that case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a total vindication of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. I want you, every time you are watching that case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when we are bringing the commentary and we're telling you about what transpired, put the picture of Mazi Simon Ekpa in your face. You begin to understand. If the Nigerian government can be so useless that in their own country they could not be able to provide an evidence to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how do you think that they will provide evidence to Finland that can be able to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Mazi Simon Ekpa. If Nigerian government cannot be able to provide a credible evidence to convict Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in their own court, the DSS could not be able to provide evidence, facts, figures, witnesses. If Nigerian government could not be able to do that, how do you think that the Finland authority will be able to have enough evidence from Nigeria to convict Mazi Simon Ekpa? Remember, they told us, Finland authority told us they went on wide range of investigation. They went on wide range of investigation. That is what they told us. That's what the Finland police said. The Finland prosecutor said they went on wide range of investigation with Nigerian government. And after their wide range of investigation, they came out to conclude that Mazi Simon Ekpa was instigating violence. That Mazi Simon Ekpa was a part of a group of terrorists. The same people that they went with in a wide range of investigation today cannot be able to provide a single evidence to the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Remember, Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Simon Nnamdi Kanu is fighting the same cause. Mazi Simon Ekpa, as a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, continue to build on the foundation led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by obeying every international law and guiding his people to freedom. That is what they did. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was obeying every international law and guiding the Biafran people to safety and security with freedom. That is what he did. When he was in United Kingdom, every single broadcast they were presenting the course were made in United Kingdom. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was never invited one day nor arrested. That speaks volume. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could be in United Kingdom that have one of the best police in the world and broadcasted for more than a decade, he was never invited one day or arrested one day. You can know. You can completely agree with me that he was making his broadcast based on his right, and international law supports him to do so. He never abused anybody's right, neither did he break any law. In the same manner, Mazi Simon Ekpa learned from him, and he also stayed in Finland, broadcasted, preached to Biafrans to continue to hold on to the legacy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, told the Biafrans to continue to protect themselves, anchoring on the same message that some individuals are preaching today in Nigeria. But they turn around and blackmailed him. They called him different kind of name. They pushed different kind of lies against him. They told different kinds of lies against Mazi Simon Ekpa just to bring him down. And at the end of the day, they thought they had made it. And their propaganda and blackmail made them happy in their own way. And they were able to penetrate the poor Finland. And poor Finland fell into the hand of the zoo because of economic interests. Due to their economic interests in Nigeria, they fell into the hand of the zoo. And they went and took Mazi Simon Ekpa from us, kept him away from us, and told him, kept him incommunicado, said they were investigating, and it took them more than 5 months to investigate, and later they came out and began to give us their cock and bull story that they worked with the Nigerian government to get evidence that Mazi Simon Ekpa was inciting violence. And today, I can tell you, when you see the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that is just the preliminary case of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Whenever you are hearing what comes out of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, you begin to see the picture of what is going to be the fate of Mazi Simon Ekpa on his case. And the most interestingly, Mazi Simon Ekpa is in Europe, in a Western world, where there are still men of conscience who can speak boldly without hindrance. Even though the Western world, their governments are corrupt, their government is fraudulent, yet there are human beings, there are people that are sound. There are people who cannot stand injustice. There are people who will speak out when the need arises. That is the beauty of it all. And when you see that, you will understand that Mazi Simon Ekpa has no case to answer. If worse comes to worse, we are going to go to the international court with the Finnish authorities because they have committed crime against humanity. They have abused the rights of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Human rights abuse. Except they are still confirming to us that the global conspiracy has continued, have been cemented and signed. In as much as we know that it is playing out on a daily basis, but we still believe there are men of conscience who will not allow that global conspiracy to fly. And because of that, we always give that chance for dialogue. The Biafrans have always given the olive branch. We have given the Nigerian government olive branch so many times, right from the time of our eternal leader, Dim Odumegojuku, to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have given them olive branch on several occasions, but they failed. They failed. The video I played before I started, they just had Mazi Nnamdi Kanu where he was talking the condition he gave them. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu gave them a condition. Invest in Biafran land. Open up our international airport. Open up our seaport. Complete the second Niger bridge. As simple as that. Simple things he was requesting. But because they knew that these simple things are things that will make life easy for the Biafran people, they refused blatantly. Instead of doing that, they go for his life. They go for his life. They want to take his life. That is how bad it is. And we would never, ever give up. The United States of Biafra will continue to fight at the front, and we will continue to air our opinion and make our voice heard across the world. No amount of propaganda or blackmail will stop us. Yesterday, the defense team of Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu made us proud, and the case was amazing. The defense was excellent, just like Biafrans have done. And I urge every Biafran, this is why it is important each time we are doing a program. When you see a program that we are conducting, please like and share. Click like and share. It will not cost you money. There is a place where you click like, give a thumbs up to the program. It doesn't cost money. It will not take any money from my account. It will not consume your data. Just click like. By clicking like, you are helping us to spread the message. It will help the algorithm to dictate people and invite more people to join on our program. When you are liking the program, it will trigger the algorithm to send notification to others to know that program is going on. That is why we urge you to say like, and also share. Share, because the social media does not promote our program. They don't help us to promote it, as you know how the world operates. When you are giving out things that have to do with freedom, more especially freedom of the Black Africans, no, they're not going to promote it. How do we promote our program? It is by you sharing it. Sharing to the members of your family, sharing in the group where you belong, sharing to everyone that you can be able to reach. You never can tell who will come across the video. As I said, there are still men of conscience out there. Chukwu Okike can use anybody to sign up our freedom. That is why we must not relent in our effort. We must not relent. So, my fellow Biafrans, yesterday, when you see what transpired, the way the defense team went in, they were able to provide evidence, videos that have been played in the court yesterday. Immediately, they began to bring all those their accusations and what they called facts and what they called evidence. Biafrans went to work. Go to reasonable Biafran platform. Every one of us, we were sharing all the videos that has to do with that case. All the videos where Biafrans were vindicated. All the videos where Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu was vindicated. All the videos where people were doing similar things that Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu was doing in Nigeria and nobody called their attention. All the videos where the governments themselves were promoting self-defense. And the defense team were able to pick up some videos from there and present in the court yesterday. That is an applause for every one of us. There are many videos. They just pick few of them. There are even videos. I have videos where governors, we are calling for defense. The defense minister in Nigeria was calling for self-defense. There are several videos where many governors, we are addressing their people, telling them to protect themselves, defend themselves. Don't pay attention to anybody. Don't wait for anybody. The same message we are preaching as Biafrans. There are people who are preaching it, but because we are Biafrans, when we say it, they call us names, they tag us different kinds of things. But that will not make us to stop. Instead, it will make us to be stronger and do more. So let us go again briefly to what transpired yesterday. Some videos that came out from the court yesterday. I want you to pay attention. Let us watch a brief of what transpired in the court yesterday and the videos we can be able to find.
They've not gone.
It is well. Yes, I'm not priest.
Good morning.
Sending this very condolence message to my dear brother, Irene Silk, because Onyechi on the loss of the daughter. Because I am praying for God to sustain and keep this very family. They are very important, not just to me as a person, but to the entire Igbo race and to the entire the second daughter in 2 years. The second daughter being lost in 2 years. And so we are praying to Chukwuka that all these things will stop, that the grace of God will find this very family. Because Onyechi Ikpeazu is a very good man, he's a man of the law, he's a very good man, and he deserves our commendation and our blessing at this point. Please, may the grace of God be upon the family. Amen. So,
let us meet you. Yes, we have been expecting you. Well done, well done. To join us. Nice meeting you, members of the media. I greet you all. Austin. You gave active.
That's right.
All right, where water? Water, just drop the bag.
What is that?
No, that is my. No, come on, go ahead. We're not waiting. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Yet, the cross-examination of the second prosecution witness was concluded today, and the court has adjourned the matter for 6 days. We're back on the 28th of May, the 29th of May, 6 June, 16 June, 18 June, and 19 June for the prosecution to continue to present their case. And that's good.
So no, ask again.
With the pace that the court is going, are you satisfied?
No, we have said enough.
Your name is
Uche Nanjaka.
Uche now what?
If anybody tells you that IPOB is the one killing people in Olu zone, it is not correct. Wicked politicians are sponsoring the killings in Olu. Last week in Oberuru, the APC ward chairman was killed in his house. The APC secretary was killed in his house. APC woman leader was killed in his house. I have cross-checked since the inception of this banditry. Not one PDP man has died.
These are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude with the armed bandits. They kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killing.
These were the video we can get from yesterday. What you just watched is what transpired in court, and those two videos were played in the court, including the one of the DSS man that I played yesterday, was also played in the court. So this was just a brief of what transpired. The person that spoke yesterday was the person that led the council yesterday. the Defense Council. Yesterday was not Agabi. Agabi was not there yesterday. A different son, senior advocates, led the cross-examination yesterday. The one you saw speak. And the case will continue from 28th and 29th of this month. So on 28th, we are still going to be here live to present the review, and also on the 29th. But from every indication from what we have seen in the court, there is a cause to be focused. Be focused. The judges, the lawyer is doing their own part. The lawyers are doing their own part in the court. Our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is playing his own role. Our Prime Minister Mazi Samanaba is out there representing. You must have to stand your own ground also and represent. The situation of Biafra today has gotten to the highest level ever. It has gotten to the highest level ever. In case you do not know, you better begin to understand now that the level the restoration of Biafra have gone today, it has never gotten there before. Both in Nigeria and an international stage. Where we are today is where we have always dreamed to be. And finally, here are we. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have always waited for this time. He has always challenged the zoo that they can do everything they can, but they can never jail him in their court. And yesterday, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu again, from what we saw in the court, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out with victory, and his defense was superb. And I bet you there is no cause to worry. He will win them again and again and again.
Win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi bu onyedu aimo. O Mary woni nizu ndiroya. Abakare Mamanda ora. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unapoli Mary Nnamdi.
I want you people to understand that the liberation of Biafra has entered the highest stage in the history of Biafra. Not even during the war. I am telling you, it has entered the highest stage ever. And we are going to do everything humanly possible in this life to restore Biafra. Everything humanly possible will be done. And I want you people to understand that the Biafra liberation is step by step, segment by segment, plan by plan, executions by execution. We'll be executing those plans according to the template till the last one. And Biafra.
Let us go talk about the objective of your struggle and how do you intend to achieve it in practical terms?
In practical terms, it is civil disobedience. The same way that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. accomplished civil rights in America, the same way that Mahatma Gandhi led India to independence out of British colonial rule, the same principles we are applying, and might I add, very successfully too. We will do everything possible to unravel and unshackle the zoo called Nigeria. Everything humanly possible. No stone will be left unturned. We will sacrifice everything sacrificable. Material, life, blood will throw into.
And we will do everything humanly possible to see the Biafra exit.
You have heard from our leaders, and as we speak, they are already doing everything humanly possible to see that the United States of Biafra have been declared will be there. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today is in the DSS, doing everything humanly possible to defend Biafra in the zoo, in the front line. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is on international stage, doing everything humanly possible to defend Biafra in the international stage. Today, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, the Deputy Prime Minister, is doing everything humanly possible, including taking Biafra to the highest level in Washington, D.C., a place where decisions are made. Washington, D.C., the place that decision makers gather. Those people that are holding us captive, where they gather to make their plans, where they sit to make their meeting, that is where we are going to open our embassy. We want to be in the front line of the discussion. Let the discussion begin. Remember, in one of the programs of our Prime Minister, he said that at the end of all this noise, running helter-skelter, shooting gun and throwing bombs in Biafra land, everything is going to end on round table. We will sit on the round table and discuss. But unfortunately, before that sitting is being done, many lives have been wasted. Some ignorant people have lost their life. Some also have lost their life in the hand of the enemy. But regardless how many people they take away from us, this discussion will end on the round table. That is a fact. It is an undeniable fact. Let them continue to run from pillar to pole. It will end on the round table. And the journey has just started. You heard Mazi Simon Ekpa explain it, that the restoration, full restoration of Biafra is stage by stage, bit by bit, time by time. Whichever page we reach, we open that page and we dig into it. Today, we are on a different page. Just like some people who are expecting Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to do the same way Mazi Simon Ekpa was doing. She is not going to do the things that Mazi Simon Ekpa we are doing. This is a different page that has been opened. A different page where diplomatic engagements will be supreme. A different page where you operate as a government, a full-fledged government with its own sovereignty, obeying all international laws. That is the stage where we are. So for some of you that are expecting Dr. Ngozi Orabueze to do the things that Mazi Simon Ekpa we are doing, speak in the manner Mazi Simon Ekpa was speaking, act in the manner that Mazi Simon Ekpa was acting, it means you don't know where we are. And it means you're not following up. The restoration of Biafra is stage by stage, bit by bit, time by time. Whichever occasion that we get into, we will follow it accordingly. If you understand this, you will not be distracted or confused. The people that are distracted and confused are those who are not paying attention. Those who are not following up. You allow some ignorant people or some pretenders, some of them who are pretending to sleep, looking for whom to confuse. You allow them to confuse you because you have failed to listen to the right people. The United States of Biafra has been declared. It was redeclared on the 29th of November 2024. From then, henceforth, we now speak as a government, operate as a government, deal as a government. It is no longer business as usual. No that and no peace. And for those that have refused to key in into the government of Biafra, it is up to them. That's their business. You are entitled to your opinion. You have freedom of association to be wherever you want to be. But one thing is certain: there is only one United States of Biafra government. One. There are not two. There is only one United States of Biafra government. You can't find any other one. Others can begin to answer any name they want, answer whatever you want to, take any title you want. It's up to you. You can be under any umbrella you want, but there is only one. Only one. Don't get confused about that. When people begin to try to create a situation or to make it look as if there is two government, there is only one United States of Biafra government, which Mazi someone ever told us about. We all voted for that name, the United States of Biafra, and we agreed that our nation will be called the United States of Biafra. It's an agreement. It is not something that Mazi Samuel forced on us or Dr. Ngozi forced on us. We voted and we agreed that our name will be the United States of Biafra. And Mazi Samuel gave us that template on how we are going to go there. He made it very clear to every one of us on the direction. And we agreed on it. That was why Biafrans came in masses and gave that mandate to the government of Biafra when we were still in breeding. That was why the self-referendum was conducted, to be sure that we have the mandate of the people. Self-referendum was conducted, both visually and online. On that self-referendum that was conducted, more than 50 million people voted. More than 50 million people voted. More than 50 million came out and they voted. They said, take us away from Nigeria and let us get into the United States of Biafra. I have been able to show the voting card here several times. I don't know if I can be able to find the voting card now. Let me see if I can find the voter's card we used during that very voting, so that I can show it again. I don't know whether if some of us have forgotten what was written in that voter's card. I don't know if I can be able to get it now. The card that we used to vote when we are voting, there was something written on it, so that we can see it once again. Maybe some of us have forgotten. Just maybe we may remember what we voted for. We will remember what we voted for. Because the vote we cast was to take us away from Nigeria. And the question that was asked on that voted card was, do you agree to walk away from the Zoological Republic? Yes or no? And more than 50 million people clicked yes. More than 50 million people typed yes, that they want to go out of the Zoological Republic, and they gave the go-ahead. That vote was cast. I don't know whether I can get that very voter's card. The card we use when we are voting for the self-referendum. The card we use for self-referendum, I'm trying to see if I can find it so that I can bring it up. If I can't find it, maybe some other time we're going to get it, because I didn't get it ready. In that voter's card, it was written boldly that we have to get out of Nigeria, and what you are voting for, that you vote for the United States of Biafra to be independent on their own. It was about the United States of Biafra, the US of B. That was what you voted for. More than 50 million people voted for. But today, even people that joined us in that vote, some of them today are claiming not to know that Biafra has been declared. Even though the people that are deceiving them, after deceiving them, claiming that the Biafra has not been declared, they still come out and confirm that we are now in the United States of Biafra. When they're making their speech, either through slip of tongue or whatever, they still confirm that Biafra have been declared. They confirm the declaration of Biafra. You confirm the declaration of Biafra and you remain in the old stage. Is that not sickness? It's only deceit and confusion that will make you to confirm that Biafra has been declared with your mouth. You confirmed it, and yet you prefer to remain outside the Biafra have been declared. That was why now you understand what Mazi meant when he said that even after Biafra will declare, some people will still be referring to Nigeria. Some people will still be referring to themselves as Nigerians. Some people will still be having deal with Nigeria. Some people woke up. They saw that Biafra was declared. In their presence, some of them attended the program. But today, they come to confuse Biafrans and deceive those they can deceive. To try to create impression that there are two governments. And I thank you that even they themselves confirmed where they are. They confirm where they are. So there is only one United States of Biafra government. One, they are not two. So Biafrans, don't confuse yourself. People can answer any name they choose to answer. After all, people have nicknames. Every one of us here, probably we have our nicknames. But at the same time, our parents have given us a name that they know us for. And whenever they want to address us, after we answer our nickname in the conventional side and all that, when we come back home, our parents call us by that name that we are known. The name that we are baptized with, the name that they know us with, they gave to us from birth. That is what identifies us. So for people who decide to choose different name and begin to walk along with it, so be it, let them go with it. Don't fight them. Don't attack them. Don't pay attention to them. Don't go and say you want to convert them. Leave them. Freedom of association is something that we have signed up for according to international law. Every Biafran have the freedom of association. You can associate with anybody you choose. But if you want to be part of the United States of Biafra government, there is only one. They are not two. It's either you are inside it or you are out of it. There is no confusion about that. There is no parallel government anywhere. There is none. None exists anywhere. There is only one USB government. One. They are not two. So every other thing that is existing anywhere or whatever, they are free to answer, give the title, and continue to confuse those they can confuse. They are free to do that. You don't stop anybody from associating with whoever he or she wants to associate with. Don't. Our focus is the United States of Biafra. And as we are going to the top, where things are happening on the 30th, every one of us should prepare ourselves. Let's go there and do what we have to do.
No fear for our land. We go stand together. Fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose, an occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
Face many things, we don't fall. Them took a Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon Ekpa, them catch we still they strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity, we hold the land. From night.
Akubali bonine. Okay, kwe akubale mo, akubale mane na mo. Okay, kwe akubalo ala mo no na mewe. Imanolo mweje metadike nula o. Manolo mweje metadike nula. Okay, kwe akwa kama babazie. Akana na eme okay kwe kwa n'obodo angamati jibonye na kwe kwa nife kwe kwa akulu no na nlewu. Igbo muloza mwazo great Biafrans onye ọbụla ewetego kwe tiketi yewu. Maka the first ever inauguration of United States of Biafra USB Embassy na Washington DC Office USA ọma abụli femeleme. Nobia kabasi muka kololo budo kavano na tiu na nugo numwe. Nke abu na 30th May 2025. Mosi abu kanya be inauguration ya akudo. Igbo bibo ya bu na gbakwa mbọ ka isonye n'ime ewu oyi. Ịnọlụ na USA gba mbọ ka isonye. Maka anya bụ mmemme ya bụkwa ife ncheta ọma abụla eziokwu oyi. Na anya bụ 30th May 2025 bụ mbọsị dị asọ. Mbọsị ya na-akwanyere ugwu ọma abụla eziokwu oyi. Na anya bụkwa 30th May 2025 bụkwa mbọsị eji echete Biafra heroes and heroines ọma abụla ife mere eme. N'aka nji kwuo na anya bụ mbọsị dị asọ. Na ya bụ mbọsị bụkwa the first ever Biafra Peace Summit ọma hapụla ife meleme. Udo ya chi o ka mụ na-ekwu oyi. Kedu mụ ti n'onu n'ozi ọma nwanne ezisalụ n'ụta atabọdị na nwata chi eze amụrụ n'obi nke Biafra is our home and the Biafra is our religion. n'ọbịa sị m ka m si salụ ụnụ ya bụ ozi ọma maka na ezu ụka eli ude na-atọtuo ngịga maka na fa na-agba ọra mmụọ na ọra mmadụ na ya bụ nnekwute mmemme maka na ọba aka nna ikweta mmiri aka ebe akwajesi enyi ga aka ezu baịbụl bụ wee lụta mmanụ ewu nke ndị kwadoro ya bụ mmemme bụ GM ihe ke chuzi na bịa n'ụlọ olumola m kelele mmadụ dị ka Mazi Ebenize Ebele Chukwu na m kelele gị nwadati na ijele nwanyị na m kelele na anụ olu nwe asị m na ojisi ike na ọya dị n'ụlọ na mma ewu ife eme n'ụlọ manye eme na mmanwụ Igbo n'ụlọ olu nwe.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of the program. And I bet you we must prepare for this very event that is coming. It's a very important event that is gonna speak volume. We have been on the sideline for a very long time, but time has come when Biafra will no longer be on the sideline. We are in a time where Biafra will be speaking from the front line. For a very long time, we, the Biafran people, have been silenced. For a very long time, they have tried to gag our voice. But we have gotten to a time where you can no longer hide the cause of Biafra. No matter how they try, they can no longer shut us up. They can no longer hide the issue of Biafra, both locally and internationally. Today, Biafra is discussed on the front line across the world, both international and local. And that is why you heard our Prime Minister say that the stage Biafra is today, it has never, ever gotten to that stage before. And it is a fact. A fact. The stage we are in Biafra struggle today, Biafra has never gotten to that stage before. And it's a thing of joy. Biafra is the only way out for us. There is no way out except Biafra. Biafra is the only solution. And for some who don't know why we are saying what we are saying, why we are asking the question we are asking, you must pay attention to the things that are happening in Nigeria. Just of recent, I came across a video where somebody was complaining. For some of you that are living abroad and you have your bank account in Nigeria, some of you that are living abroad and you are stocking up your money in Nigeria, you must be very careful. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have warned real time. Mazi Samaneka have warned. I have done a program severally on people stocking up their money in Nigeria, in Nigerian bank. It is better you buy property in Biafra land or keep your money in foreign currency than for you to put your money in Nigerian bank. It is much safer to buy properties, stock your money in foreign currency or foreign account, or you can buy gold than putting your money in the Bank of Nigeria. Every dime you leave in the Bank of Nigeria stands a risk of getting lost at every minute of the day. And Nigerian government will steal your money with impunity, and there's nothing you can do about it. All the banks in Nigeria are fraudulent. They are criminals. There's no banking system in Nigeria that is guaranteed. They are all criminals. I came across a video where somebody was complaining, somebody who lived abroad for a very long time, came back from abroad only to go to his bank to check the money he left in bank, and they told him that somebody came and withdrew the money and told him that he's dead. That somebody came and presented his death certificate and took his money from the bank. And the guy has been running around here and there all this while, and the bank have not responded till today. Somebody that saved his money in the bank, he was living abroad, made money, and he was sending his money back home to Nigeria. only to come back home to go and withdraw his money. They told him that somebody brought his death certificate, claimed a next of kin, and withdrew all his money. You can imagine such cock and bull story that a bank was telling to somebody. When we talk about the atrocities of Nigeria, the reasons why no normal person will continue to pray to be in that contraction called Nigeria, there are evidences everywhere. There are reasons, numerous reasons. And I'm going to search for this very story now so that you can hear from the guy himself. The guy that brought the complaint, I saw the video. I am going to bring up the video and play so that the whole world will see why we do not want to be part of that contraption called Nigeria. When we say that we don't want to be part of it, it is not because we are too smart. It is not because of our resources. It's not because of restructuring. It is not because we want the presidency. It is only because we want to save life and be in a society where human beings can live like humans. We don't want to live like animals. We don't want to be living in a place where nothing is accounted for. In a place where you can lose your life at any given, no matter how careful you are. You wake up in the morning, you walk out of your house to go to your job, you don't have a guarantee that you're going to return back home. Every time you leave your house and you say goodbye to your family, might be your last goodbye. That is the situation in Nigeria. They continue to play it down, pretend it is not happening. But no matter how they pretend, we will continue to push it out to the world, for the world to see and come to the aid of the innocent citizens that are helpless. The people in that contraption are helpless. Those of us that still have a voice, with the little voice we have, we will continue to bring this information to the public so that the world will see. Let me see if this is the video.
Message yesterday. And I just arrived in Nigeria last week Thursday on the 15th of May. On the 16th of it of Friday last week, I went to my branch. I went to UBA branch in Egbeda, Gowon Estate in Egbeda there. They told me that I asked them to print the statement of my account. They said that they cannot print. The only thing they can see is just 2024 and 2025. That's when the account was existing. Which I told them, I've been away for 17 years. I just arrived yesterday to the country. I've been using this account since 2007. They say it's not possible. They tried to check everything. They even told the computer had not seen anything. It was only existing 2024 and 2025. They now asked me if I have anybody that will control the account. I say yes, I have a friend in Lasso, UB, in Lasso University. And I went to Lasso, close to Okuku. When I get there and meet my friend, both of us will still check it. It was the one, no, he directed me to the manager over there. The manager checked it, the same thing, the better people told me. That's what the manager told me also. The only thing the manager said, he looked at me and shook his head. He asked me to go to my branch in Jora 7 up. That is close to Ajegule. And I decided to go to Jora 7 up. When I get there by 2 o'clock, I tender my account number and my name. They asked me I should wait. This one will look this one face, this one will look this one. The way they was even behaving, it was suspicion. They asked me to come, they took me to one room, they asked me to sit down. That someone that will attend to me is coming. I spent over 2 hours, 30 minutes in the room they asked me to sit. After set and done, they decided to let me out in the place by evening after 4 or 4:30. Then everybody have already left bank. Yesterday or Friday was the day I know. After bank, the time they used to sweep and mop. Who was mopping? They were telling me don't shit. They asked me to write a letter, which I wrote a letter. They asked me as far I'm back now, I should write a letter. They need to send it to the headquarters, which I wrote a letter. That's the letter I sent to you. After set and done, they asked me I should go. They will be updating me.
which I really go. When I get home, I was thinking, updating me from where? You don't have my number, you don't have anything that concerns me. You're telling me you'll be updating me. On Monday of it, I went back again. When I get there on Monday, they was telling me, what are you doing? Did you not tell me that you'll be updating? I said, updating me for what? After before I know what happened, they come to 6 policemen, including the one that was working there, 7. 2 is DSS, the other one says it's Moko. There was some that asked me what that one said. I just came back and need statement of my account. They said that there is no network, they cannot pay statement for even the police. They were surprised. How can you say that people is withdrawing money? How can you tell me there is no statement of their account? And after the woman we called the policeman and talked to them, after said that done, I was now shouting there. That's why my throat is cracked. They asked me, okay, I should wait. That I went there by 8 p.m. in the morning, which I left there by 3 o'clock or 3:30 in the midnight. Set and done, they print the statement. After I checked the statement of account, what they write, all the money I have there is over 150. But what they say is there, they say it's only 107 million. That's what it says, according to the statement of account too. Okay, I even asked them, where is the money? They asked me I shouldn't worry, I should go. They will report me on Tuesday. That's the next day. I told them they cannot report me because I lost my phone. When I was going to the bank, I saw somebody, he asked me, Esharumi, please, I'm hungry. Esharumi, I should help him. I decided to give the guy 2,000 and he tried to hug me and remove my phone. I told them that my phone just lost. The same Monday, I need to go and block one of 2 things so that someone will not enter inside my email and other things. They said, okay, I cannot come on Tuesday, I will come on Wednesday. When I get back on Wednesday, the woman had told me, I met the manager that asked me to come, they will reimburse me. He told me, the woman was angry, the director manager, I don't know, it's like he's the manager of the branch over there. He was even quarreling with the other guy. The guy said he's the one that asked me to come, they will reimburse me. He was quarreling with him. Why did you ask him to come? To come and do what? The young man, go home. We are still investigating. I said, okay. When I get home, I read everything they write. Even certificate from FCT that I'm dead. They have released the money to my family. I'm alive. I'm not dead. I said, I'm alive. This is okay. You said you released this money to my family. Give me the account name they put the money into. Or give me the picture. That the person will have BVN. The person will have Nigeria passport. Give me the information of the person. The woman said that I don't have rights. I don't have rights to ask for those things. The teacher came and I said, no, nobody will work. I asked everybody, nobody was making noise, shouting. Find what happened. There comes some policemen from Jora 7. They said that from Jora brand, the policemen, I'm under arrest. I said, under arrest for what? I don't know what happened. I called one of my friends. He said, let me wait. He called somebody. If I know what happened, one man drive. Okay, says the branch manager of Marina branch in the headquarters in Lagos. What happened? I expected the man. The man was even quarreling with them. This man has been here since on Friday. None of you able to fast any email to any branch. What is happening here? The guy was telling her, the man said, if it is you, I did not go to kiss somebody. The man was really on my side. After Saturday, the man asked me to go home. But on Monday, definitely, they will reimburse the money they took away. But I should not publish anything social media. I should not, there's no need of making trouble. He promised me, he gave me, he contributed card. He said he will reimburse me my money. On Monday I should come back. In me, I'm still scared. I don't know what will happen. But people are telling me I'm alive. They already said I'm dead. Whether they will kill me, I don't know. That's why I'm dropping this message to you now, Mr. RC. Thank you, sir.
Did you hear the story? You can imagine somebody that is alive. This is happening in Nigeria. They went and put a story together that the guy is dead with death certificate and that they have given his money to the family. This guy has spent 17 good years abroad. All the money has been saved in the bank in Nigeria. Only to come back to take the money, they told him that he is dead, that the money has been given to the members of the family. And he asked them, which member of my family claimed my money that I'm dead? Give me the name of the person, the picture of the BVN of the person, or the documents of the person that claimed the money.
Nobody could be able to provide. This is what is happening in the zoological republic called Nigeria. You see, when we begin to talk about the atrocity in that contraption, why we must not, why no sensible person will wake up wake up and begin to pray that that country should exist the next minute. This is the reason. This thing is happening in UBA of all bank, Union Bank of Africa in Nigeria. It's not Union Bank of Nigeria. Some of you will say maybe it's a mushroom bank, all this new generation bank. Union Bank of Nigeria of Africa is not a new generation bank. Somebody after 17 years of suffering, only to come back home, he couldn't find anything in his account. And look at the way they were playing him, turning him around. I have spoken about this issue most of the time. If you are abroad and you are saving your money in Nigerian bank, sorry, you must prepare your heart for what they're going to tell you any day, anytime. Prepare your mind for the story you're going to hear. Anything is possible in the Zoological Republic. You're welcome, my brother Greg. Thank you so much for joining. Let's hear from you, my brother Greg.
Yeah, Mazi, good afternoon.
No.
And good afternoon to Biafrans, how they were. Men on the listening side, we thank God again today. Are you hearing me? I think I'm coming out.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yes, so we thank God one more time again today for seeing the day and being in the land of the living. We thank God for His grace upon all the Biafrans, especially for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who have paid the price, and Mazi Simon Ekpan, whom the enemy is holding. We thank God for their life. We thank God for sustaining them and giving them more courage. And we pray them into the hand
At
of
the
our
international
God, that
conference on ECOWAS at 50.
And keep on strengthening them, giving the ability to overcome all the evil plan of the enemy until Biafra will come. So, you know, after the show, you know, I found out that it's like Aloy Jimoka is no more tweeting or giving any updates. So they have attacked him. He's no more tweeting and they can no more give updates. That is the kind of the country people want you to belong, where somebody cannot exercise his right. Everything indoor. If
you're breaking up, we can't hear you. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Bro, Greg, check your network. You're breaking up. We can't hear you anymore. I don't know why. We cannot hear you anymore. We cannot hear you anymore. Sorry for that place. That's they said is United Bank for Africa, not Union Bank. United Bank for Africa. Sorry, United Bank for Africa. The bank I was talking about, United Bank for Africa, not Union Bank. Bro, Greg, we cannot hear you anymore. Check your network. We can't hear you. We are not hearing anything from you, bro, Greg. We are not hearing anything from you. You can check your network and come back again. So the bank I was talking about that committed that atrocity is United Bank for Africa. That's what somebody wrote. UBA. UBA. United Bank of Africa. Sorry for that mistake. So I hope it's corrected. United Bank of Africa. That was where the guy saved his money. After 17 years, he come back, and they told him that he's dead. That somebody came and claimed his money, brought his death certificate and claimed his money. And he was asking them, what is the name of member of my family that came? Who is he and where did he come from? They didn't give him any answer. Yeah, welcome back, bro, Greg. We lost your voice. We couldn't hear you.
Okay, I found that my internet went out because I'm on the web. So, what I was trying to say is that if Nigeria is a place where there is justice and equity, there is no way that a case like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case cannot be televised and show the world that Nigeria is very clean in their judgment. And everybody will be satisfied. Because a case like the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and it's not been televised. I remember a case like President Clinton was televised worldwide on CNN. Even the probe of Donald Trump was shown on the television and everything, the whole world see it and saw it and listened to it. So, but when they only bring a little this thing, they started complaining that the media is giving them, the media is supposed not to know this, that. So that shows that Nigeria is not pure in anything. I don't know when they will repent. But whatever they do is not. It doesn't matter, because God is still on the throne. So what happened is that many people who think that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not come out, especially those who printed his picture and calling for to imprison him, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to kill him. That is the work of the enemy. It's just like today, I saw in the news where everybody was telling people that to sit at home is no more in the East, and the business is going as usual. Now that the APC is doing wonderful work. So I congratulate him for achieving that. So that is what they want to achieve with the Eastern governors. They want to make sure that they jail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and quench everything that concerns Biafra. But that they will not succeed. We assure them. It cannot be possible. So I will encourage everybody that know any information to always bring it to the media, because that is going to help a lot in what we are doing this time around. And speak out for the justice of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpan. Yes. You know, this last clip you played now about somebody who is who left money in Nigerian bank is laughable, because every person is supposed to know by now that Nigeria doesn't have bank. A country where 419, somebody will kidnap somebody and transfer his money into another account. They use your card and go to the bank ATM and transfer your millions. And that millions, they will not find out where that money go. So, is that bank? And nobody will be accountable. You know, so that shows they don't know what they're doing about banking. They're all criminals. So any person, just as you said, who is leaving his money in Nigerian bank, I used to tell people, instead of you to leave any money in Nigerian bank, dash people that money or use it to go. If you cannot do anything, buy empty land. Look for a new place, buy empty land and leave it that the money there. Don't put your money in Nigerian bank. Especially some people who are living in Europe that doesn't have paper, who are sending money home. Don't let people to use that money and tell you they keep it in your bank, or they give you one excuse. What do you do? Ask them to buy land for you. That is the only thing you can do to secure your money. but not keeping your 1 naira or 1 kobo in Nigerian bank. You are wasting your time. You don't do that. You see how they are doing. Look at the money the whole kidnappers are carrying every day. That is why they change the money. Erufai and what do you call him? And the Tinubu, they know kidnappers don't go to bank. So, and they are the sponsor of the kidnappers. That's why they didn't want that money to be changed. Even today, after 2 years, they're still using the old money that was cancelled. Because they know that if they change it, the kidnappers will come after them. And they cannot do that. So because they are in the same business with the kidnapper. So they cannot change the money. That is why they will keep on kidnapping. So the money they cannot change. The people will not understand. They are doing it because of the kidnappers. When all those money they're kidnapping people and they're packing those money. If they change it, the money will become useless. And they will not take it anywhere. That is why they cannot change Nigerian note. So anything concerning Nigeria is fraud. So the earlier people understand it, the more better. And that is why we will continue doing what we are doing until we get our total freedom. That is what we can do to survive. So I thank you, Mazi Choose, for your...
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for your contribution. They just allowed you to conclude and they log you off again. We can't hear you anymore. So thank you. You have already made a submission. Thank God we are able to hear your voice. So my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching us from, I appreciate everyone that has connected. And once again, I want to play one last video before we end this program. There's a video I'm about to play. You see, when we talk about the evil of Nigeria, in a time where countries are seeking for complete independence, in a time where countries of the world, countries of Africa, to be precise, West African countries, responsible people are seeking for a way out. What we see is that Nigeria is deepening themselves into the hand of the colonial masters. Somebody like Gowon is supposed to be ashamed of himself. But even at this critical time, some people are still listening to somebody like Gowon. Gowon is one of the people that made Nigeria what it is today. Gowon is one of the people that made Nigeria irredeemable. There is nothing you can do to redeem Nigeria. And Chukwu Okike have kept him alive so that he will reap the reward of the evil he has done. It is because of the decision of Gowon. That is why the Biafran people are suffering. That is why the indigenous people in Nigeria are suffering, including his own people. Gowon, his own village, his own people are in IDP camp. Many of his own people have lost their lives because of the decision. But today, Gowon still have the boldness to come out and begin to speak. You can imagine. Any place there is negativity, that is where you will see Nigeria. And all these people that call themselves leaders in Nigeria, all these people that call themselves founders, they call them their founding fathers. You only see them in negativity. We saw that Burkina Faso has gotten their freedom. And Mali has gotten their freedom. Niger has gotten their freedom from the colonial master. And they are busy building their country, And they remove themselves from the criminal ECOWAS. ECOWAS is a Western organization. It is not for Africans. It is not meant for Africans, and neither do they uphold the will of the African people. ECOWAS is for the West. And we see that at this critical time, where the people have woken up and they want to walk away from ECOWAS, they are still using Nigeria to hold people back. And I have said it, if Africans do not come together and end the contraption called Nigeria, their problem will not end. In Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will resurrect. The earlier African countries begin to wake up and support the full restoration of Biafra on the ground, begin to recognize the United States of Biafra, the better for them, because the people that are holding Biafra and Africa captive are in Nigeria. The people that the Western countries, the United Kingdom is using to manipulate African countries are in Nigeria. The earlier you understand that, the better. I want you to listen to this video. What this confused man called Gowon is saying, trying to wish that Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger comes back to ECOWAS. ECOWAS, an evil organization that is not meant to survive. They are wishing that they come back. And I pray that that will never happen. Instead of them come back, more people will be exiting that ECOWAS. Ivory Coast will be the next people to exit. By the special guest of Chukwu, Ivory Coast will be the next people to be redeemed and they will exit. I want you to hear the confused man speak.
At the International Conference on ECOWAS at 50, former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired, and former Minister of External Affairs, Professor Bolaji Akinyemi, urged member states to intensify efforts aimed at restoring unity within the regional bloc, emphasizing that the return of the three Sahel nations is critical to achieving greater regional integration and stability.
Together, we run the show with the hope that very soon, one day, we'll be able to return democracy back to the political leadership.
Countries live 100 years and they still have problems they are solving. So an international organization.
These are the criminals the Western world are using to preach their evil democracy in Africa. These are the bunch of clowns that the Westerners are using to preach their democracy. You see AU, Organization of African Unity, a criminal entity in the hand of the West. You see ECOWAS, a criminal entity in the hand of the West. And this is the people they are using to preach their own agenda. They are not there for Africans. They will never promote anything in Africa. The democracy they are preaching is evil democracy. Another kind of enslavement is what they are preaching. How can you ever see a sensible person praying that Mali, Burkina, and Niger that have freed themselves from the colonial master should come back and join this evil entity called ECOWAS? Talking about democracy. What democracy has this ECOWAS brought to Africa? Is it the democracy that put Paul Biya in Cameroon? A man that is more than 80 years that cannot walk. A man that is going with crutches. A man that cannot even stand on his own. A man that pees on his body. This ECOWAS made him a president and continue to support him in Cameroon. Is that the ECOWAS you want us? You are praying that people should come and join. Is that the democracy ECOWAS is promoting? You can imagine the democracy ECOWAS is promoting. Look at the Cameroon president, a clear example. A man that is living all his life in France. They keep him in the Western world in France. A dead man walking. And they are preaching democracy. And when they are talking about democracy, they include Cameroon as democracy. That is what this idiot that called himself Gowon, that put Nigeria in the condition they are today. His own people are suffering. His own land is being rampaged by the Janjaweed. He is reaping the seed he have sown against the Biafrans today. When I say that the evil that is holding Africa has its headquarters in Nigeria, people think it's a joke. The headquarters of the captivity of Africa is Nigeria. The headquarters of the captivity of Africa is Nigeria. That is where the source of all the problem of Africa is. If you end Nigeria, I can bet you that 90% of African problem will be solved. In Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will resurrect. The earlier African countries rise up and begin to support Biafra to end this entity called Nigeria, where the Western world have built their capital of enslavement. Look at what some idiots are saying. Wishing that people who have removed themselves from slavery should come back to slavery. Only an evil man will have that wish, and that will happen on your deathbed. I want you to listen carefully.
One day we'll be able to return democracy back to the political leadership.
Countries live 100 years and they still have problems they are solving. So an international organization at 50 years that is still surviving deserves to be recognized.
General Gowon, a founding figure in the establishment of ECOWAS in 1975, reiterated the importance of solidarity among West African nations. He called on current leaders to uphold founding principles of the organization.
ECOWAS has really been doing very well, and all the leadership since from its inception have been doing exceptionally well. They've even delved into question of security and had given, ECOWAS, certain countries opportunity, opportunity to be able to, to become their own country again, so that they can make their contribution, to the development of the region.
The Director General of Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, NIA, Professor Ehusa Osagi, in his remarks, expressed confidence in the ability of ECOWAS to overcome its current challenges and emerge stronger in the coming decades.
ECOWAS also has the diversity that is its colonial inheritance. Some French, some English, Spanish, and so on, and even Portuguese. So ECOWAS is it's a fusion, if you like, of different strengths. So ECOWAS, from its foundation, proved that it was possible to be integrated in the midst of such great diversity.
The conference, themed A Story of Resilience and Integration, was organized by the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs, NIA, in collaboration with Kurad Adinura Stiftung CAS. It brought together stakeholders, policymakers, and scholars to reflect on the achievements and challenges of ECOWAS over the past 5 decades. Amarachi Amushi, ART News, Lagos.
What achievement has ECOWAS made? They have only kept their people under perpetual poverty, under the enslavement of the West. That is the achievement they've made. And Nigeria is the headquarters of these people. You can imagine an organization that Gowon was part of forming. The Nigeria that Gowon kept in misery today is there, being used as a headquarters to manipulate Nigeria. Is it ECOWAS that is supporting a man that is dead, a dead man, to run a country? Is that the democracy they come to preach? Shame. In Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra, Africa will resurrect. Until the African countries wake up to the reality today that Nigeria is the nemesis that is holding them down. Until they wake up and support the disintegration of that zoological republic, divide that country along tribal lines. Let the Biafrans go, the Oduduwa people go, the Middle Beltans go, and the Northerns go. Let people go there. You don't build countries with people that do not have a common interest together. We don't build countries like that. Countries are built among people that have the same value system. People that have the same value system. In Biafran land, we have one value system. In the Southwest, they have one value system. In the Middle Belt, they have one value system. In the North, they have one value system. Let every region go their separate ways. That is all we ask. Live and let's live. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? That is the only solution to the failure of Africa and the Zoological Republic. If you care about humanity, you must support the disintegration of the zoo. If you care about human life, the very first thing you do have to do is to support the disintegration of the zoo. If you don't, it means you don't care about human life. It is a fact. Take it or leave it. But as for us, Biafran, we are already out. From 29th of November 2024, we walked away from that zone. And it is left for African countries to recognize the United States of Biafra for their own sake. Recognize United States of Biafra. And we will continue to push and restore Biafra fully on the ground. You're welcome, my beloved sister Ojugo. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you, my sister.
Okay, messages. Good morning, and good morning all those in the comment section and those watching all over the world. We thank God for another day, and we thank God for the life of our leaders, who are in one way or the other bringing the name of the United States of Biafra for the whole world to hear. For the world to know is a concern that Nigeria is a big threat to humanity, both internally and externally. Nigeria is a threat. Nigeria is a home of terrorists, a home where terrorists are properly taken good care of. They breed terrorists. So any country, any African country that still associate themselves with Nigeria, be careful, otherwise what happened to Nigeria will happen to your country. I've said it before in this program or in this your Jukes network. I've said it over and over. Anywhere, organization that Nigeria, the zoo or Nigeria is leading, just tell yourself that you're still under slavery. And there is nothing good that will come out of it. Who instituted ECOWAS? Who is managing ECOWAS? It's still the West. So, any dead body, all these old fools coming out to talk trash, whose brain are already emptied, coconut brain, that should be retired in a good faith and enjoy their retirement, and they're still coming out to amend what they did and still encouraging people, talking about the stupid ECOWAS. ECOWAS has never done anything. Tell me what it is that this organization called ECOWAS has done to African country. Tell me what is that? Is that ECOWAS managed by good Africans and Africans are still the way they are? No, that is an organization that is formed for the West to properly monitor not just Nigeria, but all African countries. So, African countries, those who have gotten their full freedom, you need to team up to dismantle that zone, Nigeria. Then, do you see what happened? The Burkina Faso, the Mali, they chased the France away. Where did the France Prime Minister came? To Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Nigeria. The breed. So if they know whatever they can do to squeeze the zoo, let them squeeze the zoo to the last. Let whatever in any organization where you belong, if you're an African country and you're still in that organization, run away for your dear. Because through the zoo, they will penetrate you. The zoo is their main engine country. Is the zoo. You can imagine all those that are rolling the zoo. Hopeless, useless, non-academic, coconut brain people. And they pretend will stay there and say congratulations to Buhari. Tell me if Buhari, somebody like Buhari will rule anywhere in Western world. No. Tell me anywhere in the Western world that this man called Tinubu will be ruling highly educated people, highly intellectual people, and tell me where in the Western world, if he will not be in jail, in prison now, calculating days and nights with all the crime that he committed, where in the world? Nowhere. It's only in Africa that you see those things. It's only in Africa that you see a president ruling 10 years, 40 years without even dying, that he cannot even ordinary. Look at, is it Cameroon or where that visited Russia? Ordinary speaker doesn't even know how to fix it in his ear to talk. You see those things only in Africa.
Yeah.
And the idiot is there calling those who have liberated themselves to come back to ECOWAS. More people need to stand up on their feet. Now they're sneaking to Kenya, to Tanzania. I'm sure Tanzanian people, their eyes are all open. Their eyes are all open. Revolution. Let's see who is poor. Whether Africans are poor or Westerners are poor. We'll see. Now France is running from one country to another, from one country to another. Finland is running from one country to another, looking for African resources.
They're looking for resources.
African will swallow their head. African land. So, Nigeria is not a country. They need to, Africa need to stand firm behind United States of America, of Biafra. That would be a biggest solution. Once that is gotten in Nigeria, trust me, Nigeria is gone. It's gone already. It's gone already. That's why their Baron president, Baron president is running from one country to another. What? Oh, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. My brother, I just want to just drop a few words and, I've been on the body listening to you since you started,
Thank you so much.
But sometimes advert would just to keep advertising and knocking me off from listening. So that's why I was like, let me just come in and avoid them. So go ahead. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you. And with that very word, I am coming to the end of the program to continue tomorrow. I thank you so much, my beloved sister, for your constant support and your presence on this platform every day.
Any update of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Yeah, I thought they have the. Oh, okay. Then it was yesterday, right? And then they
it was yesterday. It was adjourned. The case has been adjourned till 28 and 29.
29. Okay.
Yeah, 28 and 29.
Okay. Thank you.
They have not. The cross-examination will continue from 28 to 29. But the judge gave the prosecution counsel 6 days to provide all their witness they have.
Yes.
That if they cannot, he will strike out the case and conclude.
Witness that all their answers are. They've not gotten anything. I don't know. And they're still bringing witness. I don't know.
Mad people.
Okay, my dear.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my sister. Fellow Biafrans, I appreciate everyone that have been with us from the beginning of this program up to this time. May Chukwu Okike be my guide and protect every one of you. Remember, tomorrow is our fundraising. Make sure you prepare yourself and join the fundraising of tomorrow. We are going to come back and raise funds for Biafra, and we will continue to do so. It is an assignment that we have to do to build our nation. There is no going back. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting on the front line at home. Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting out there on international ground. And our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Obeze, is in Washington, D.C., where things are happening, and continue to battle. Do your own part and let Chukwu Okike Abiama take charge. I appreciate every one of you. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Obeze. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Whatever the enemy planned against us will never work. Thank you so much for being part of this program, and I will see you again tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Okike Abiama. Thank you and stay safe.
For our land, we could stand together, fight for freedom now. No surrender.
This day is more than just an opening. It is a call for peace and reconciliation. Join us at the first ever Biafra Peace Summit, where the past and present voices for Biafra independence come together. No segregation, no division, just one people with one purpose, an occasion to voice our differences, resolve them, and stand stronger as one people. May 30th is also our separate Biafra Heroes Remembrance Day, when we honor the brave souls of men and women who fought and children who fell from the genocidal war of 1967 to 1970, where over 3 million Biafrans lost their lives. The day we honor those unjustly imprisoned and killed before the war, during the war, and presently, simply for being Biafrans. We salute our past and present leaders, from the vision of Chukwuemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu to the resilience of Philip Effiong, the fearless dedication of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the unwavering courage of Simon Ekpa Odogu, who have carried the torch of our struggle. Their sacrifices and leadership lights our paths forward. As we all know, for far too long, we've endured suffering at the hands of our enemies and division from within. This summit is power-packed to heal those wounds, to uproot seeds of discord planted among us, and to unite Biafrans across tribes, regions, religions, and political views. Together, we are unstoppable. Be part of history. Join us on May 30th, 2025 at the United States of Biafra headquarters in Washington, D.C. A day of unity, remembrance, and renewal. Biafra rises as one strong nation, bolder together. Venue, 11726 Connecticut Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C. Time, 3 p.m. Biafra time and 10 a.m. Washington time. 30th of May 2025, a united Biafra. Our time is now. This message is proudly sponsored by the Office of the United States of Biafra Deputy Prime Minister, Her Excellency Dr. Ngozi Orabweze, and the Biafra Information, Telecommunication and Postal Service. My name is Marvelous Chukwubikem Arinze.
We face many things, we no fall. Them took Nnamdi Kanu, but we stand tall. Simon bad and catch we still dey strong. We go rise higher, no place for wrong. We no go fall, we go stand. In unity we hold the land. From night.
Okay, we are going over. Okay, we are going okay, kwe akubale mo, akubale made na mo. Okay, kwe akubale ala mo no na mewe. Imanolo mweje metadike nula o. Manolo mweje metadike nula. Okay, kwe akwa kama babazie. Akana na me oke kwe kwa no boda ngama ti jibonye na kwe kwa nife kwe kwa kulu no na leu. Igbo muloza mwazo great Biafrans onya bune otego kwe tiketi yewu. Maka the first ever inauguration of United States of Biafra USB Embassy na Washington DC Office USA oma abuli femeleme. No be a kabasi mo kan kolo lo budo kabano na tiu na nugo numwe. Nke abu na 30th May 2025. Mbosi abu kanya be inauguration ya akudo. Igbo bibo ya bu na gbagwa mbọ ka isonye n'imi ewu oyi. Ịnọlụ na USA gba mbọ ka isonye. Maka anya bụ mmemme ya bụkwa ife ncheta ọma abụla eziokwu oyi. Na anya bụ 30th May 2025 bụ mbọsị dị asọ. Mbọsị a na-akwanyere ugwu ọma abụla eziokwu oyi. Na anya bụkwa 30th May 2025 bụkwa mbọsị eji echete Biafran heroes and heroines ọma abụla ife mere eme. Nyaka nji kwuo na anya bụ mbọsị dị asọ. Na ya bụ mbọsị bụkwa the first ever Biafran Peace Summit ọma hapụlụ ife meleme. Udo ya achị o ka mụ na-ekwu oyi. Kedu mụ ti n'onu n'ozi ọma nwanne ezisalụ n'ụta atabọdị na nwata chi eze amụrụ n'obi nke Biafra is our home and the Biafra is our religion. N'ọbịa sị mụ ka nsi salụ nụ ya bụ ozi ọma. Maka na ezu ụka elu ude na-atọtuo ngịga. Maka na va na-agba ọra mmụọ na ọra mmadụ na ya bụ nnekwute mmemme. Maka na ọwa aka nne kwata mmiri aka ebe akwajesi enyi ga aka ezu Baịbụl bụ welu ụta mmanụ ewu. Nke ndị kwadoro ya bụ mmemme bụ GMEAKA Choosing bịa n'ụlọ olu na mụ kelele. Mmadụ dị ka Mazi Ebenize Ebele Chukwu na mụ kelele gị. Nwadati na ijele nwanyị na mụ kelele na anụ olu mwe. Asị mụ na ojisi ike na ọya dị n'ụlọ na mma ewu. Ife eme n'ụlọ manye eme na mmanwụ. Igbo n'ụlọ olu mwe.